Well, damn it. We've run out of good Sonic games to make commentaries out of. Why don't we pull into the cesspool that is the spin-off category?
Why not?
Like what I'm hearing here. Okay, actually, first off, amazing intro. This is probably the most memorable thing for me about this game.
Love the animation, I will give you that. And the music.
Oh yeah, like, when it comes to production values, this game is actually probably the best thing to come out of this 50th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. Because between this, and Sonic 06, there might be another game I'm missing, but those are the only two that
Was it
immediately
Rush?
No, Rush was part of the, Rush was, a year beforehand, or actually a few months beforehand, actually.
Okay.
It wasn't part of the 15th anniversary, if that's what you're getting at, no. But no, there were Sonic Riders, Sonic 06, there might have been another game.
Shadow the Hedgehog?
Oh, no, Sonic Rivals, that's it.
Oh yeah, it was Rivals.
But, yeah, out of all three of those games, like, I mean, say what you will about Sonic Riders, at least it feels like it had the most care put into it by comparison. Like, they actually gave a shit about it.
This came after 06?
No, before.
Oh,
This was literally
well,
like at the beginning of the year. Oh no, Tails!
Oh, goodness.
Don't worry, buddy, I got you.
Thanks, Sonic.
Alright.
But you just cost a race to save me. Ah, don't worry. I'm the fastest thing alive, after all.
Yep.
Even on a board.
I'll look, they're in the slipstream. More on that mechanic later. But,
Yeah.
yeah, this is, another racing game. But definitely one of the more unique ones.
This is Sonic Riders for the Nintendo GameCube. Well, I mean, yeah, the R there makes it seem like it's a sequel to the Sonic R. But really, this is just a start of its own somewhat divisive franchise.
But at least we're starting with the most generally positive one out of all
Technically solid of the three, yeah. I mean, you could argue, you can make your argument on, like, which of the, well, three is better, say for Free Riders. Everyone agrees that's a piece of shit.
Yeah, no. The only good thing about it is, like, you know, the new voice actors. That's the only thing I can say about it.
Yeah. Also, I just gotta say real quick in terms of this intro, like, Sonic games, like, it's been pretty obvious that Sonic has sort of been migrating to the human civilization or whatever, put in mechanics from, or excuse me, set pieces from that. But now we're just going straight up F-Zero on this bitch.
Yeah.
Like, remember back when Sonic was all about nature versus technology? And now here we are migrating with technology. I don't see a goddamn tree anywhere. So anyway, about that plot, these three bird brains stole a Chaos Emerald, and Sonic is here to, well, get it back. And good thing Knuckles knew when to use his fist at the right time possible, and, well, look at that, a free airboard.
Hey, that looks familiar.
But the other birds are getting away! Sonic, what do you propose we do?
I'm gonna go after them in the fastest way I know possible. Skateboarding. Sonic, what? Sonic.
I'm gonna
Sonic,
beat
that's
them at
not.
their own game.
Sonic, that's not how this works. You're faster than.
Sonic, now's not the time to let your ego get the better of you!
See, Sonic, like, works under this stupid, like, does not at all obey the laws of physics. He believes that simply because he is faster, he will make the board that clearly has a mechanically designed limitation go faster, which, that's not how this works.
I mean, all things considered,
Sonic.
these are really fast vehicles. It's just that, you know, Sonic could probably outrun these if he wanted to.
What I would, okay, I guess the argument of,
Oh, jeez! Ow! He knocked the wind right out of me!
well, yes, I'm sure if you're faster, if I shot you in the leg, suddenly you wouldn't be too fast either. That's exactly what you just did to Sonic. He was going super fast until you hit him.
By the way, that guy sounded an awful lot like me.
Yes, didn't he?
Yes, there's very little distinction between the two.
Oh, look at that, because we can't have a Sonic game without Dr. Eggman. Whatnot.
Tail cycle.
Who keeps giving him a television studio?
Well, he is technologically advanced, so he may as well made it himself.
You know, just jam the satellite frequency, let his ugly mug appear on every fucking screen in this city.
At this point, I assume, like, all of the politicians or whatever have just given him his own TV channel because they're like, stop it.
Hey man, isn't that the entire point of a race?
He doesn't do a lot of racing if you haven't judged by his, like, portly shit. What?
A simple fee of one of only 7 things in the entire Devil Land planet.
Now, if this were the free reboot Archie series, that would have been no problem.
Oh yeah, that's true, because I had a million of those things.
Also, like, it's just to fake you out. We thought the podcast was over.
And before I forget, this little infomercial is brought to you in part by Eggman Industries.
And also, here's the main motivation for one of the most. Okay, I'm gonna say right now, in terms of like character development and stuff, this turns Sonic to one of the most shallow characters ever. Just, hey, this thing I've been protecting my entire life. That guy beat me.
To be fair, he did sort of have a similar stigma against Shadow in SA2.
He does have a point.
So apparently, having a Chaos Emerald is not enough. You first have to qualify in like a
preliminary.
Yeah, preliminary thing just to prove yourself worthy. So James, how the heck are you controlling this thing?
Well, honestly, in my case, I'm controlling it like a devil damn dream because like it's pretty standard. Like you can use it, you can turn yourself around with control stick. You auto excel, so you don't have to worry about holding the A button or anything. That's for jumping. You can also press the B button to boost, and in doing so, you can also leave yourself open to, or you can open yourself to attack any opponent that's right in front of you. And well, it's pretty handy because some of those bastards may also have leveled themselves up thanks to the rings that are scattered all across the racetrack.
So we can do that too, right? Level ourselves
Yeah,
up.
collect a certain amount of rings and we level up. And leveling up, not only do we gain some more speed, but our boost attack is much more powerful, and your air gauge is slightly increased.
Why do we need an air gear? I thought this thing ran on fuel.
Because these extreme gears run off of air.
And that's why I don't like this game's gameplay. I'm just gonna say that right now. I hate it.
Why is it, Jordy?
Because you're scared you'll run out of all your airs.
Well, at least in Sonic Zero Gravity they did it much better.
Well, I guess.
I'm just saying that's my opinion, but continue.
Wait, oh yeah, oh jeez. What's up?
Hello.
Say, what were you saying there, Hype?
I was just saying, like, as far as like the air system goes, you have a few ways of refilling air. First off, when you level up, you automatically refill your air. Second off, you can refill air by doing tricks, like off of ramps. And there'll be, like, certain events within each race where you'll, like, rapidly spin the control stick a la Mario Party. And that'll refill air as well.
That's
and you can also refill air by doing character-specific traits. Taking a page from Sonic Heroes, all characters are divided into speed, flight, or power formations. Like speed characters, they can ride on rails. Flight characters, they can go off certain ramps and go through rings to go through shortcuts. And power characters pretty much punch anything in their path, which can often lead to shortcuts.
Yep.
And in the case of the power characters, they're kind of broken because
they can take care of hazards.
Break anything with them. Well,
Like
almost
those-
anything.
Like those cars we saw back there, they'll just punch right through them.
Yeah, they could literally go through traffic without any problem whatsoever.
So it looks like you control jumps similar to SSX, where like you hold, or like I guess you did in the original Sonic, where like you push the X button to hold, or the A button to hold and then release after you've charged long enough.
That's pretty much how it goes here, and don't mind the fact that Sonic was literally spin dashing in midair. That's actually pretty badass when you look at it that way.
So
It was.
we
Why can I do that in the games naturally?
So we qualified, right?
Oh yeah, we totally qualified. And thankfully our friends did too.
But they're not the only ones who did.
She did too.
I cannot escape this devil damn woman.
He's just tired. He's not even gonna run away. He's just like, gosh dang it.
It's just another Tuesday for me.
Except it's Wednesday.
Aw, look at those eyes.
Gosh damn it, you're right.
I will
As
say,
of this recording, I should stress.
That is true.
Honestly, that felt like the most proper response. Also felt the most natural out of everything the 4Kids dubbing has ever done.
I'll also say that, like, definitely more so than Shadow and even more so than Sonic Heroes, this is some of the most expressive little models I've seen.
Oh yeah, like, even though I'm not the biggest fan of how lanky these characters look, they do pull off some pretty decent expressions for the time. In fact, I'd honestly argue these are still far more expressive than, say, what they did in Sonic 06.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, comparing this to Sonic 06, that is exactly why you should never try to go so far forward, you end up going back.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
in all fairness, I think one of the reasons why that game kind of failed in the first place, or the development of it failed so much, is because, you know, Sega has had a really bad tendency of trying to push their games for a release date far behind what they really should be gunning for. And considering the fact this was around the time when they had like 3 or 4 projects happening all at once, especially from Sonic Team alone.
I know.
Let's just say they got burnt out pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
That's easy to explain. According to the Cutter-Joukowski lift theorem, the control surface
Oh,
I get it, okay? It just floats, and that's good
Oh,
enough
Knuckles.
Da da da.
You simple-minded doof.
oh, hey, Wave.
Sorry, but it just
Actually, funny.
Oh yeah, hello, Blaze.
Oh,
that is
you
Blaze.
said
Actually,
Blaze.
Blaze.
gears unusual.
And actually, James makes that remark about Knuckles being simple-minded. I would argue that out of all the games, at least within all the games in the 4Kids era, Riders surprisingly plays up Knuckles' idiocy the least.
Yeah, he's honestly. I mean, he's still not the brightest tool in the shed, but at the same time, he doesn't really go borderline doofus like he usually does.
She's criticizing Tails' work.
It was good for a laugh.
Oh. Well, she left a little thing on this board. Keep that in mind for later.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. That little red dot.
Funny considering I actually forgot that was even a thing on my first playthrough.
Hey, consistency, but
I know, and tinkering's all he's really good at, too.
shut
Gee,
up,
thanks,
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Really?
I love how he just kept his hand in the air like that. It's like, Mr. Sonic, can I say my insult?
Please come to the gate, Cartoon.
I know, right?
Also,
You know, hey, serves him right considering the fact you can only play as Knuckles once in this entire campaign.
oh, can I also say I love the
Which is kind
fact.
of a shame.
Also, can I say I love the idea of like freaking Knuckles is like, oh, gee, I wonder what Eggman's up to. Gee, it's almost as if you freaking handed it to him on your way in through the gate.
That's a good point.
You just gave him the things that he needs to take your master. Jesus.
But
And
yeah,
by the way, if your entry pass is 1 Master Emerald, you get free donuts for a year. Sign me up.
Oh, I love donuts!
Wait, are they a dozen donuts or half a dozen donuts?
It's free for a year.
do they have great filling?
Bavarian, they're Babylonian cream. I don't know.
To be fair, that'd be the stuff of the gods in terms of this game's lore.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Oh yeah, that's the other thing is this game also deals with religious, like overtones or religious connections.
In a way, you
Not
can
to
say
an extreme sense.
Nah, no, not really. When I think of this game, I think of it more as like fairy tale royalty-esque kind of lore instead of
So,
like
honestly, we
religious.
just
Whoa.
honestly, the lore they're going for here wouldn't be completely out of place in, say, Sonic and the Secret Rings. At the same
Yeah.
time, though, it's also got all this futuristic aesthetic to it, so it would, in that sense, it would be out of place. But you get what I mean. And honestly, I will say to Sonic Riders compared to Zero Gravity, I think it works better here instead of in the next game where they kind of shoot that in the foot entirely and just call them aliens.
Yeah, that's what I
love
got
how-
confused.
It's kind of like the Moggy problem before Moggy was even a thing.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind
I
of funny
forget
that you use
that.
Secret Rings as a comparison, considering what they're teased to be at the end.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, that's the. Well, no, they were even saying that in the lore just then. The whole like they used to be thieves and the whole.
That they're basically genies.
Yeah, the original Babylonians, I guess.
And that's
we
kind
saw
of
the thing about that. That is
confirmed
pretty
in like the... Yeah, and they do kind of like confirm it a bit at the end of the second campaign that we're going for, which, yes, we are going to be doing both campaigns.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
like this game's incredibly short. Like doing both campaigns literally only took up like 4 months.
Is there any rubber banding?
Kind of, yeah, but I mean, it's nothing that you can't exactly take care of. But some of the books behind you can catch up.
Okay. Also, it looks like the longer you hold, so the longer you hold the A button on a ramp, it'll tell how high you go. But holding it a little bit shorter will actually make you go a little bit further forward.
It's more so a matter of what direction on the control stick you hold, because like you'll notice sometimes in the ramps it'll either have back symbols or forward symbols. Those are usually a key of like which direction you should be holding when jumping. And in doing so like this, well, okay, not so much like this because I fucked up, but
Further
the
forward.
higher you go, you literally touch the rainbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did that in the first round.
Yeah, you
Right.
did do that in the first lap.
Nice. So, the other thing I was gonna say is, so I noticed that max level is at 60 rings. Between 60 and 100, if you get any more rings, does that continue to make you go faster?
Not
Or does
really,
it
no.
peak at
60 is
okay.
really the max in terms of your leveling up. But in terms of rings in general, you can only go up to 100. Meanwhile, I'm pulling out the lava lair.
Sorry, Storm.
The two doofuses rag out.
You! I'll make sure to pay you
And much like Sonic and Jet, they're both also voiced by the same guy.
Yep.
Hi, Dan. I'm Green.
But it's definitely much more distinct.
Yeah, I was about to say, at least Green does a better job of hiding it.
Is Storm's voice pitch shifted or? Oh,
I don't think it is.
So.
Sorry.
Like, I know Green can go that low naturally.
Was that supposed to be some kind of punch?
Yeah, that sounds natural enough. And,
Donk.
this poor robot.
well, at least they're considerate.
He's a robot.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Donk.
Oh.
I still feel bad for Knuckles, because this is literally the only time you get to play as him, like, in the story mode.
Yeah.
I get the
His
feeling that they
face.
did that because they took into account how broken Power Type is in this game.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, though, like, it's kind of obvious that some characters do get more screen time than others. Like,
Oh, you actually have a
obviously-
character to fight against now.
Now, I just want to ask because I feel like when I looked at Storm, I got a Donkey Kong vibe. Like, did anyone else?
It's
get
just the
that?
eyes.
I can see that.
He's-
Also, oh.
he's the big brute, so I guess I can sort of see it, and he does sort of have a he's got a pretty good shoulder game compared to Donkey
Whoa.
Kong.
What was that? Whoa,
Oh,
what's
that's
this,
something I
James?
think we should talk about. Those, when you're in, depending on how fast depending on how fast you're going, you can leave like this gust of wind behind you. Be careful of that because players can actually use that to catch up with you, like Nux is doing right
Like a
here.
So, in a way,
And
you
if the-
consider this the game's method of rubber banding.
Oh, you just barked
And
at
if the gust, is big enough, you can also like do like tricks off the sides.
Wow.
And which you gain even more ludicrous
to get to
speed.
catch up. That's like okay. Also, this music for some reason this music for some reason not reading. Jeez, is for some reason reminding me of the Bio Lizard boss fight theme from SA2. I think it's the bass line.
I can
can't
hear
really
from the
see
bass, but otherwise, no, I don't really see it.
Yeah.
But nice. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? We mentioned. Oh yeah, at the start of this race, that is something that I've never been able to figure out. But James makes it look really easy. I'm always undershooting or always overshooting or underguessing myself on the startup running because you don't actually. It's not like a simple Mario Kart. Press A and hold to go fast at the start. You actually have to like run and hit the starting line at the right moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I will admit, for this game, for this franchise, it's actually not a bad idea, especially, well, considering who we're playing at. But at the same time, though, it really is one of those things you have to, it's very tricky to get the hang of. I mean, hell, I can't get, like, the perfect spoof, like, every time. Sometimes I overshoot and literally collide with the lightning fence.
Which
Yeah.
does
Which
keep
that
you
will
back.
keep electrocuting you until the race starts.
Yeah, I've done
everyone
that a
else
couple
gets off.
times more than I would like to.
Same.
Yeah.
But all in all, I mean, so going for what they're going for here, I think they did a pretty good job of making a new board racing game and adding some new mechanics.
I like to think it's a good one. It's just not. It's just that it's also one of those games where it's not for everyone. Some people.
Yeah.
It's also a very high maintenance sort of game. Like,
this
took
there's
forever.
a lot of tech to it, which you're not going to be able to get the hang of on your first try. I mean, if you do, then kudos to you. But
I'm never gonna be this good.
Once you get a hang of it, it's pretty much second nature, but it does take a bit to get a hang of.
There's a learning curve.
yeah, and I mean, again, if you like it, then great. I mean, honestly, I'm one of those people that like this game a lot. In fact, I think this is one of the better Sonic spin-offs out there. Even more so than the sequels. But on that note, like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's perfectly fine.
Right.
Though that being said, I wouldn't mind seeing another game just go back to its roots sometime.
And
Oh, yeah,
on
no.
that note, we won.
Oh yeah, I was saying all the cutscenes like that was the most. Some of them, like all the like elasticity, like the models and the move. Wow, Storm got wrecked.
He
Yeah.
did.
Damn.
Poor bastard. And actually, that technically is canon. He does lose in overall, so you'll see more
Yeah.
of that once we eventually get to the Babylon story route. But that said, tune in next part where we go through the second half of the Heroes route. Till next time, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
boss.